The Instant Pot Duo Crisp and Air Fryer, brand new on the market. And I'm dying to try one of my favorite recipes that I'm sure you'll love if you do the recipe in this type device. You get a lot of things, and I'm fixing to show you that. That is a 4.98 pound chicken, so let's just call it a 5 pound chicken. And we're fixing to see how well it fits the basket, and then we're going to pressure cook it and air fry it all in the same device and have some really good chicken. I'm John Sanders, also known as Jelly 007. Let's cook that chicken. Okay, so I want to explain a couple of things because when you come back, most of this will be done. There is the chicken we're using, 4.98 pounds. And we're going to do the same method I've done in my Ninja Foodie, which is the same type device for a year now. And I love the way it does chicken. So we're going to see how the Instant Pot does. Now, here's butcher's twine. I'm going to tie those legs together. I tie them up to keep them from, I just think it looks better when the chicken's done. Going to use chicken broth, pepper, and I'm going to show you how much and everything. Now, here's the only thing I'm doing a little bit different. I usually use avocado or olive or whatever oil, but we're going to use ghee. And that's because butter taste, I think it'll help brown the chicken too. So we're going to find out. Never used it. It's a brand new thing, so we're going to try it. I'm going to get that done. When you come back, we'll be ready to put it in this basket and see how it fits, and we'll get this started. Okay, so I've got the chicken cleaned up. I've got the legs tied. You can see all I do is tie them together. But quite honestly, the Instant Pot's air frying basket is a little smaller diameter than the Ninja. I'm going to say maybe a ½ inch difference in diameters. My point is, I think you could get by without tying the legs in this one. And quite honestly, it's just for looks and presentation. It doesn't affect the taste, so you didn't have to do it either way. But I do it. And just like a year ago, look back on one of my videos, the first one I ever did on the Ninja, it was over a chicken. I did a whole chicken, and the same thing. The night the wife is making chicken soup, and she needs a chicken cooked, and that's exactly what's happening tonight. So I tell that because I'm using a 1.5 cups of chicken broth. Now, I normally would like to use low sodium chicken broth when I'm going to use the broth that comes off the chicken. But I didn't have it tonight, so I'm having to use just normal. My point, again, is that one of the great things about a pressure cooker and pressure cooking chicken is that it's an excellent way to make chicken broth. And if you're going to make chicken soup, man, this is the way to start. And I've got a video on chicken soup, and it's excellent. And the pressure cookers do it better than anything, if you ask me. So I'm going to put this 1.5 cups of chicken broth into the Instant Pot. I'm going to set this in. Obviously, I've got to find, here's my lid right here. So I'm going to get the pressure cooking lid. And I had cleaned it from where I cooked last night. I'll put that back on right there. Now, we just got to line this up with that arrow. By the way, they have arrows on them, and sometimes they're hard to see. There that one is. Now it's locked in place and ready to go. And on this particular Instant Pot, you don't have to worry about locking your, sealing your valve because it automatically does when you close it. It's the only way to close it. So, let's see if there's anything else I need to say. We're not going to season it, and the reason I'm not seasoning it, and if I were, I would probably be using something like Lawry's Season-All. I love it on chicken, but we're using it for chicken soup, and we're using the broth. So the only seasoning it's going to get is some pepper, but not now. Once it's pressure cooked, I'm going to dry it off a little bit. We'll spray it with this ghee. And I've never used this before. I'm looking forward to see how it does. It's high heat. It's great for air frying because anything high heat is. And it has a butter taste. So I'm kind of anxious to see how it does. And then we'll put a little pepper on it. But we'll do that in a minute. So right now, we're ready to go. I'm going to hit pressure cook. It's on high. I'm going to take it to 23 minutes. And that's just a number I always do. I usually do 23. And that means you have to hurry up or this thing will reset on you. So I've already pressed start and it's starting itself up. The reason I call it, or keep in my mind, is 23 is because I pressure cook for 23 and then I air fry for 23. And that's usually really close to what I want. All look and feel on the air frying, but we'll see that in just a minute. Y'all hold on. As soon as this happens, we'll go to the next step. Be back. Okay, our 23 minutes is up, and you can hear the alarm that the Instant Pot Duo Crisp gives. I moved the camera around so you can kind of see all you have to do to release the pressure on this model. And I like it because you don't have to reach up here and do anything. You just press that button right there down. And then it directs that pressure or the steam away from you. So here we go. Because we're doing a quick release. It's 23 minutes, we do a quick release, and then once that's done, I'm going to dry that chicken off. We're going to put this ghee on, which is pretty much clarified butter, by the way, but fixing to do that as soon as that bleeds down. Be right back. Okay, the pan just dropped, so all we got to do is open this lid. And there it is, and we're going to, I'll let y'all see that chicken. I'll move the camera back around here, because I'm going to let it sit. We're not in a hurry. She doesn't need this chicken for like an hour or so, so I'm good with it. We're not in a hurry. There's what it looks like. Now I'm going to take these paper towels and I'm going to just kind of dab the moisture off the top of the chicken, and that's only because I just want that ghee to kind of adhere a little better. So, and this is like I said, it's got a kind of a weird trigger on it, but if you want to see that, it's got 3 different, I've never used it, so I don't really know what to expect. So I'm going to do it right now, and I'll take that. That's perfect. You can spray, drip, or stream. So anyhow, we're going to put a little bit of black pepper on it. And this is kind of a little bit for looks, but hey, it's kind of what I do. All right, now, there's what it looks like. And we're about to set the air frying lid on. Move this. Okay, so my camera cut off for whatever reason, but it was somewhere around the time I put the pepper on. And by the way, the ghee is I already sprayed that on, and the pepper's on, and I think you saw that part. Now, the part about it, you got to hit cancel to take it out of the pressure cooking mode, because you know, if you don't, it's going to think you're wanting to pressure cook, and it's going to think you have the wrong lid on. Now, somebody asked me in a question today about cleaning this lid. Well, it's simple if you ask me. I mean, it's as good as this is similar to the Ninja, I'll say that. These are Phillips head screws. I'm not sure I'd ever remove those. In fact, I probably won't. But you can get there to wipe it up and stuff like that. But there it is. Like I said, it's kind of similar to the same thing a lot of air fryers. Well, a lot of air fryers, you can't even look at this, so you don't know what you have. But here you could look at that and clean it if you felt like you needed to. All right, so now what we got to do is, if you see this orange sticker, that's where the pins are. Now, the reason I'm telling this, because this is a brand new device on the market, and they go right here. Those 6 pins line up right here. So they ask in the manual to make sure it's seated well. So here's what I do. I set it down. All you do is line up these tabs with these slots, and there's one on each side. You can't mess this up. And then you press down. I always press right there around that label. Just not hard. I mean, I just want to make sure that it is seated. So now we got everything's ready to go. We're going to set air fry. It's at 400 degrees, which is what we want. We're going to take it to 23. Press start. We're off and running. Now it won't start counting down until it preheats to 400 degrees. And then somewhere around 10 minutes, we're going to take a look at it and see how it's looking. So be back then. Okay, so it's been like, well, actually 11 minutes. Let's take a look, see how it looks. And it looks good, but like I said, we're nowhere near what I want. I like a little bit of char, and maybe, I don't mean burn. I just mean charred a little bit, but you'll see when we're done. Okay, so we're down to less than a minute, and we're fixing to check it with a thermopen. And I think it's the most important device in the kitchen when it comes to cooking anything, especially in air fryers. A lot of new things going on nowadays. It doesn't hurt to know. And you can see, I mean, it looks good, but it could stand a touch more if you ask me. And I'm not in a hurry. She doesn't need the chicken for a while. Let's see where we're at. Oh, we're at I saw 158 right there. There's the low, I don't have a camera. There's 159 right there. So carryover would probably get me to 165, and I'm not sure you was able to see that, but long story short, I'll make sure you can on the next time if you couldn't then. You can add time to these before they end, and I'm going to make sure you can see that. We're going to add 5 minutes. And it's not going to hurt the chicken. It looks fine as it is. I saw 158. I'd like to see 165, but be honest with you, at 158, the carryover will take it there. But we're going to cook it longer anyhow, because I want it just a little bit browner. Be back. Okay, so we're at 28 minutes of cook, well, 27. And we're going to look one more time, and we're going to check the temp one more time. And if it's, I don't know, if I get 160, carryover will get me there. So we still got, as long as we stop it before it times out, we can add time to this particular cook without resetting anything. Let's see what we got. And I'm going to make sure you can see that this time. Hold on just a second. There we go. And I am on, yep. All right, here we go. 163, 162, 165, 160. I'm going to pull it back real slow. That's what our lowest temp is. And that's what I do to make sure my chicken is safe to eat. And I guarantee you that carryover is going to take that a good bit more, but you can see that is plenty good. There's 165, that's what you need anyhow, and we're going to go past that because of carryover. So I'm going to cancel this. So we're somewhere around 23 minutes of pressure and 28 of air frying at 400 degrees. I'm fixing to get something I can take this out of there and let it sit just a minute, and then we're going to get it on that plate, and we're going to take a little better look at it, but I'll be back then. Okay, so I've grabbed these to just pull this out of there with. It's got two little handles on the side of this air frying basket, so we're going to lift that up. I'm just going to set it right there for now. I'm going to cover this because I don't want it to evaporate, because we're definitely going to use that broth. And in fact, I'm going to go get a measuring cup, and I'm going to show you what you get out of one chicken and a cup and a half of store-bought broth. Be right back. Okay, so this is how I make my stock or broth for like chicken soups. And I promise you, you'll never, it's the best chicken soup you'll ever eat. Even if you use, like I did, a little bit of store-bought, as your liquid, unless you've got some broth or stock left over, and then you can use it, So anyhow, here's how much you can get out of a one chicken and then that cup and a half. And this is a little large for what we're doing, so, but it'll show us. So right there is, and I mean, I got a little bit of strain out of that, as you could probably leave in, but I usually try and get that stuff out. And then you can make this a lot clearer. There's a lot of ways to make it a lot clearer. But so you can see, in fact, I'll set it down to read it. It's around, well, it's moving pretty good, but it's around 2 cups, maybe 2 and a half. And I started with a cup and a half, but you can imagine how concentrated that flavor is. And there's a lot of things to do. You can remove the oil. Again, you read up on it, watch YouTube videos on it. There's a lot of ways to do it. And that is about 2 1/4 cups. And I promise you that will make the best soup you've ever made, or many things, just whatever you want to use it for. But thought I'd throw that in anyhow. Okay, so the chicken's been here probably 10 to 12 minutes, maybe 15 at most. It's cool enough I can grab these legs. We're going to put it right there. And I don't have to tell you, that's a good looking chicken. And we're going to cut it up. Like I said, the wife's using it for soup. And I got permission, so we're going to cut it up a little bit, see what it looks like. There you go. Okay, it is time to cut the chicken up. It's been resting for 15 or 20 minutes, which the longer the better if you ask me, especially if you're not eating it right away. But anyhow, we're going to cut this string. And I've got permission from the wife that I can disassemble the chicken that she's going to use for soup, so it really doesn't matter. I just want to make sure I get all these strings off of here, so I can do that later. But I just want to show you what it looks like. I'm going to try and get this one right quick. In fact, if that doesn't happen right now, there it goes. All right, let's see what the breast looks like. And I think that is as good as anybody can ask for. That breast meat looks, man, on a sandwich. I'm picturing white loaf bread and some mayonnaise and salt and pepper, and you'd have the best chicken sandwich you've ever had. All right, we're going to taste it in just a minute. I'm going to put that back because we're going to spin it around here and tear one of these legs off and see what the thighs and all look like. And I'm going to take that knife and cut that joint right there. And I'm going to see if I can do this without making a huge mess. But it's easier for me to move the chicken than it is the camera. So, look at there. And I am making somewhat of a mess. But I don't know what else you could ask for right there. That chicken's perfect. And I mean perfect. I ain't got to tell you that it's juicy as it gets because it's dripping all over the floor. It's still hot after sitting here. It's still really hot. But there's just a piece of it. That's I don't know. Like I said, I don't know how you would beat this. That's a perfectly cooked chicken without a doubt. And we're going to take a little piece right here. And I'm going to take a bite of it just because. And it is juicy, perfectly cooked. And you see the times. And you get chicken broth. And if you're making chicken soup like the wife is, whoops, I like to drop the camera. If you're making chicken soup like the wife is, I just don't know how you beat that. But anyhow, thank y'all for watching my video. I was trying to get the camera up where I wouldn't have to lean down in the shot, but anyhow, thank y'all for watching my video. I really do appreciate it. I think this is going to be a really good device. I mean, so far so good. I'll put it like that. Real similar to the Ninja. The Ninja, I think the recipes will swap. I don't see any reason you couldn't take the recipes that I do in here and do in the Ninja. And I mean, I've done these same recipes. In fact, that's why I didn't do a comparison video on the chicken. I've already got a video with the Ninja that I did a chicken in. I know how it does. It does great. So did this. Hey, I love y'all all. Thanks for watching. Y'all come back to see me. I'll put my big head somewhere for y'all to subscribe, and so you can see the rest of the videos I'm going to put out. I've already done a couple, and I'm going to do many more. There goes my light running out of battery. That's why it's flashing. Y'all have a good night. Come back to see me. Bye-bye.